Well, let's just say the organizers of the Shore Craft Beer Fest are a little less apprehensive about their event this weekend. You may remember rainy weather forced them to cancel the last Shore Craft Beer Fest in Salisbury, but this weekend it's all systems go. And here to tell us more about it are the CEO of Shore Craft Beer, Ann Hillier, and brewer Eric Camper with Tall Tales Brewing Company. Guys, thank you for coming in this afternoon.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so Ann, the weather looks great this weekend.
Hopefully all systems go. We're going to go regardless. So.
Yeah. Okay, so the Shore Craft Beer Fest is headed to Cape Charles this weekend.
Right, just south at Sunset Beach Resort, which is right before the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. And it's a beautiful compound. They have RV camping and a hotel and the huge area, and then they have the jack spot down on the water with a beach. So we've got kayak rentals and stand-up paddle boards that you can rent during the festival. So
and we just had them on the show yesterday. It looks like a beautiful place.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So
I was
fun.
actually down there last night dropping off banners, so it was lovely. It was, and I had a craft beer.
Oh, okay. And now the actual beer fest takes place on Saturday?
Saturday from 12:30 to 4:30, and it'll be the VIP hour, 12:30 to 1:30, and 1:30 to 4:30 for everybody.
Okay.
So, and we have over 30 beers, and this time, for the first time ever, we have a couple of brewers from Virginia Beach, and you all collaborate with Pleasure House, so they're going to be there. They have a beer which hopefully they're bringing, which is called Shark's Tears.
Nice.
Rhubarb and Chesapeake Bay Sea Salt.
Okay, so for those who have never been to a beer fest before, what happens there?
Well, we pour beer, lots of beer. So we have unlimited samples of over 30 different beers. But we also have always vendors, so there'll be shopping opportunities. You can sip and shop, and makes the shopping easier, right? And
it can be dangerous too.
Yeah, dangerous and easier. But we also have three different food trucks. So Sobos from Evo is going down, and they'll be there serving crab cakes and their usual sort of wide range of fare that pairs well with beer, and we'll have beer pairing menus. And then we have a soul food vendor, and we also have the Lions Club, which is a nonprofit, and they're raising money for vision impaired down there. So they'll be serving food and shopping, and then we have cornhole, and we have face painting and
whole lot
bubbles,
of fun.
Whole lot of fun
for the whole family. Okay, so Eric, you brought in some beer.
I did. That's what we do.
Thank you for that. Tall Tales here. What do we have?
So I brought an array of beers. I have a couple IPAs. I have our flagship Redheaded Stepchild. I have a blueberry porter called Blue Ox. I have two Paul Bunyans. Paul Bunyan is our Belgian Strong. And I also have a barrel-aged version that we made specifically for a place in the East End called Hair of the Dog, and you can only get it there. So we have a couple samples that I pour here and there.
So for some people, craft beer is relatively new. I mean, they don't know a whole lot about it. So you throw out these names: IPAs, stouts, ales. What's the difference?
Well, usually there's a couple categories in beer. You have ales and you have lagers. So all of the beers here are in the ale category. So stouts are basically what you would think when you think of like a really dark beer. That's a stout. A porter is basically a light stout. It didn't really come into, there was no porter back then a long time ago. It was a porter stout, and then eventually it became its own category.
Okay.
So IPA is an India Pale Ale. It's basically a very hoppy ale. There's 1,000 different variations you can make the beer. That's what makes craft beer so great. There's a beer for everybody.
Okay, so which one of the Redheaded Stepchild here?
Yep.
I want to try this, the Blue Ox. You say this is a stout?
Yep, no, it's a porter.
A porter.
It's a blueberry porter.
blueberry and beer.
Yep.
So what you pour? You're the beer pourer.
I can do that. So. Well, I tell people I'm the beer brewer. I'm not really I leave some of the expertise to the bartenders. So.
I know that you pour it too. So. Okay, so.
I accidentally gave you more. I'm very sorry.
Accidentally. Wow.
So
that's really good.
This is, you can see the color. It's pretty dark. It's a fresh blueberry puree. I would love to use local, but we make this year round, so that's kind of hard to do. But blueberry puree goes into the secondary fermentation, basically just for flavor. If I were to put blueberries in a lighter beer, it would absolutely add some color. But this is already dark anyway, so this is fabulous.
Okay, all right. So we're drinking beer now, and we're talking about the Shore Craft Beer Fest, but it really is a family-friendly event, isn't it?
Absolutely. And dogs, and we'll have water for dogs in case it's hot. So.
Yeah.
So bring your pets, and it makes it up for a really fun day.
Okay, well, I'm going to have Eric pour me another sample here, and then you give us the details of the what, where, when, why, and so on. It's Saturday?
Saturday, August 5th at the Sunset Beach Resort, 12:30 to 4:30. Tickets online, I guess, at delmarvalife.com, and you can also go to shorecraftbeerfest.com to get the tickets. They're discounted online in advance, and it's going to be a great day. And Cape Charles, it has a whole bunch of events going on. So their Shuck and Suck Festival is also that weekend, so that on Sunday you could go and watch the boat docking contest.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a great weekend in that area.
Great weekend indeed. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of the Paul Bunyan. I've never had this. Is barrel aged?
This is the barrel aged, yes. So it was barrel aged in a bourbon barrel, and then Lyons Distilling in St. Michael's made rum in the barrel. And then we aged Paul Bunyan in that, so.
Oh, wow.
It's almost 11%. So.
And Eric,
don't drink much.
Yeah, right. Thank you so much for coming in. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you would like to read more about the Shorecraft Beer Fest in Cape Charles this weekend, go to delmarvalife.com.